Hello, my name is Stephen Lazar from properT Network. I've been the director and owner for the past 18 years. My passion is helping my clients grow and secure wealth through educated, informed, and astute investment decision-making using investment-grade property as their preferred investment vehicle. And I welcome you to our latest informative video blog on co-living property. So how we work is when you have a clear understanding of where you are now and where you want to get to financially, your purpose for the investment and your reason why will then match a selection of best fit properties to your investment goals. Not so long ago, when co-living property first started getting the attention of investors such as yourself, we educated and upskilled ourselves in this property space and added co-living property to our portfolio for the purpose of helping you, our client, accelerate your own financial planning goals using co-living as a preferred yield investment strategy, and using this yield to invest in a second and a third investment property. Just a few years ago, there were very few other groups offering co-living property. And from the outset, and in line with our strong morals and daily work ethic, we made a deliberate and conscious decision to meet the purpose and the needs of co-living tenants head on, which is to build on a purposely designed and suited floor plan in a location in which your tenants could access all the infrastructure that they need to not only live, but to be able to thrive. Calling their new rental homes their forever homes. This being our primary purpose of an incredible investment opportunity which you can have access to. And we know from experience that when we source land in the right location and you build on a floor plan that allows people to live together under the same roof, when you build with the renters first and foremost in mind, we know that they will come and they will stay longer. Be mindful when looking at co-living homes, how important it is to avoid what is high yield on paper and rather focus on the correct product in a suited location on the right floor plan that will attract tenants and hold on to them a hell of a lot longer for you, because this way you'll have a consistency of income. You will be cash flow positive when you structure it correctly, and allow yourself to borrow money sooner for your next and next investment, as we mentioned previously. Co-living homes look and feel just like the house next door. We know the demand for co-living is truly phenomenal. We also understand what tenants want in terms of private bathrooms, lockable pantries, dedicated co-living spaces, homes that are fully furnished and that have air cons. Hey, so what is a co-living? A co-living house is a purpose-built home that looks and feels just like the house next door. The primary difference is it is built with better specs and designed in a way that invites people who do not know each other to live comfortably in a shared house, with each having access to their own bathroom en suite, lockable pantry, and other required finishes with both shared and private space. A home in the suburbs with both indoor and outdoor living areas. The current environment with shared houses or apartments are that they are not purpose-built, and they have intrinsic issues for both the tenant and the owner, whereas a purpose-built co-living removes these issues and allows people who want to share an ability to do so in a new way. They are usually a 3-bed house, each with their own bathroom en suite, designed with the tenant in mind. And if you, the investor, ever wanted to sell, any homeowner wanting to live there, or an astute investor would buy it from you, giving you an exit strategy. Co-living are known to give you high yield on the rental income and also have capital growth potential, just like the house next door. So from an investor's perspective, it can be an ideal investment vehicle. A well-designed co-living property will have 3 ingredients to suit co-living: a house design with preliminary inclusions, a furniture package, and a dedicated property management team. At properT Network, we give you access to all 3. Clients often ask us, what is their investment opportunity when wanting to invest in a co-living home? Well, firstly, far higher rental income than the home next door. What this means to you, the investor, is you could achieve positive cash flow on your investment and then get a second investment property that much sooner because of the cash flow. Secondly, you have a large target audience wanting to rent a co-living home, and this mitigates risk in the investment. And lastly, your investment can achieve capital growth. It will grow in value at the same rate as the home next door. Co-living property and what you want to avoid. It makes investment sense that investors just like you become aware of the current situation of the current co-living investment property market, where you understand that yield being touted are merely yields on paper and are being upsold to appeal to your sense of greed. The only way to achieve a higher yield on paper is to source cheaper land and offer a cheaper build. And we know that cheaper land has to be further out and away from required infrastructure and probably out in the sticks. So the question is, how many possible tenants want to live that far out or live on an uncomfortable floor plan in a home that is poorly designed or cramped due to smaller common areas and smaller bedrooms, etc.? What type of demographic do you want to attract as your tenant anyway? A cheaper build can mean higher ongoing maintenance costs to you, thus eating into your investment returns. Would this meet your investment requirements head on or not? The result could also be a higher turnover of tenants, compounded by higher running costs. So why would anybody invest in a location that is unsuited and on a floor plan that works against attracting and holding on to tenants? On reflection, the current rental market situation is in a dire position. There is a significant shortage of rental properties across Australia, with historically low and very tight vacancy rates. There is also an excessively strong and growing demand for rental accommodation across all spectrums. This is exacerbated by a slowdown in builds, which is further exacerbating the growing problem. Traditional share houses or apartments just don't work out that well for those sharing, and are not purpose-built either to suit what people want. Share houses or apartments also add risk to you, the investor. And lastly, affordability for tenants who want to live close to infrastructure or close to work or even work from home. They're struggling to find accommodation close enough to meet their lifestyle and also which fit their budgets. Did you know that more often than not, it works out at a cheaper rate per week to share in a co-living home than it does to rent their own place? On reflection, this is a near perfect storm for you, an investor, because your investment opportunity is to secure a co-living property in a market where vacancy rates are the lowest they've been in history. Supply of new dwellings has slowed down, the population is growing, and the demand for co-living homes is on the increase. Co-living and what to implement. We know that it makes investment sense to secure land in a location suited to attracting co-living tenants and the type of demographic you want as your tenant. In an area where we know there is demand for co-living spaces and to build on a tried and tested floor plan with above average fittings and finishes, a home that genuinely meets the needs of tenants sharing the house. The model of improved location and suited floor plan lends itself to it becoming a valuable asset to you, the investor, returning a stronger opportunity to full occupancy, consistent income streams, and thus an improved base on which you can secure a loan for your next investment properties.
So, what would the advantages be of investing in a co-living investment? Well, firstly, risk mitigated peace of mind, because you have 3 separate tenants, 3 separate lease agreements, and 3 separate income streams. And what this means to you is that if one tenant leaves, you've still got the income from 2 others. If your rent is around $350 to $360 per week per tenant, and one leaves, you're still getting your $600 to $700 a week rental income from the other 2. And with the demand that is out there, you'll no sooner have a tenant replaced. So yield is a wonderful investment opportunity when it comes to co-living. Not only that, there is capital growth potential. Further to this, not everyone wants to live in an apartment, and not everyone wants to live alone. As investors sell off their rentals due to market pressures, this makes the rental market that much tighter. Our population growth is working against tenants looking for a rental because vacancy rates are so tight. And because of this, rental yields have risen on the back of low supply and growing demand. And this too is an investor's opportunity. At properT Network, we offer you a full end-to-end service. By understanding your investment strategy and the purpose of your investment, what you like, what you don't like, what you're wanting to achieve, and why. We then get to understand your investment budget, after which we educate you around co-living property and the investment potential it offers. We do this so that you can make an informed and educated decision around investing in a co-living property. This way, we'll save you time and help you make more money than if you did it yourself. A very valid question that we do get is, what is the demand for co-living properties and what is the supply? Well, let's explore current market conditions, because supply and demand for land is way off the charts. There's very, very little land out there available. Owners are looking to buy that land, investors are looking to buy it. Land is scarce in most places across Australia. We are proactively working with our partners to help source land where needed on a continual basis. And where possible, we control the land and we definitely control the build, whilst providing you with a seamless end-to-end solution and a full service. All you have to do is make an educated investment decision and be committed to your goals, and let us do the rest for you. Please keep in mind that co-living has a massive demand, and in general, land across Australia, especially in sought-after areas, is very challenging to find. Hey, so where to from here? On wanting to proceed, after you've made your informed decision and are committed to your own goals, we will source land close to infrastructure and identify demand for co-living homes. We'll design the home to suit the local requirements, have the home built for you, introduce you to a professional rental manager whose focus is on co-living tenancies, whilst holding your hand through the process. In summary, research indicates that demand for co-living is very strong and growing, and we know that supply is lacking to meet this demand. We're also aware that co-living offers strong rental yields plus capital growth potential. Further benefits are that we control both the land and the build, providing you with a seamless end-to-end service where we hold your hand from beginning to end in understanding your investment strategy, your budget, likes and dislikes. We source the land for you, the builder, and a furniture package. And then we also introduce you to a certified rental manager who works in this space, making this investment seamless and very easy for you. Your investment could be cash flow positive, and what this means to you is that the banks will lend you more money sooner for your next investment, giving you the ability to grow and secure wealth and accelerate that process a lot quicker when you invest in a cash flow positive investment. All we ask is, how good is that? And how committed are you to your own goals? My name is Stephen Lazar from properT Network. Thank you for viewing our presentation on co-living property. My name is Stephen Lazar. I'm the owner and director of properT Network. We've been around for 18 years helping clients invest in property. Reach out to me with your questions or what you're looking for, and let's see how we can best be of service to you. Thank you.